Hello, my name is Chaz Clemens, and I will be presenting my dream big idea to you guys. We call it Peak State Basketball, which is just under our umbrella company of Peak Solutions, which we want to have a medical facility for athletes, particularly in the basketball area. Kind of the structure that we would love to have that's optimal is 6 full-size basketball courts. That way you could actually run tournaments, camps, and different clinics within it. 4 restrooms, 2 women, 2 male, and 2 showers per gender. So we'd want to put 2 showers or 1 shower per restroom. 2 showers per 2 restrooms or 1 shower per every restroom. We would need stadium bleachers, which would not need to be significant since we would be hosting more summertime tournaments, weekend tournaments where there's not a huge population, basically parents and grandparents and possibly other relatives. Seats for players. We would need scoreboards for every single basketball court. We would need a front desk area that would include admissions and concessions. That way you're providing a high quality customer service by providing concessions, because that is an amenity of going to a facility. Something that we would love to do is put a physical therapy clinic attached to it, which would be anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 square feet would be optimal. And then a weight room attached, which would be 500 square feet. And that would be for the reason that we could really integrate preventative health, preventative injury work, mechanical movement advancement, and different things like that, where we really may take a holistic approach to particularly the basketball athletes, but athletes in general. When we look at the weight room and the basketball gym, the equipment necessary would be cardio equipment, weightlifting equipment, which includes dumbbells, barbells, different racks, different machines that work different muscles, bands, whether they're bands to go around your ankles, bands that attach to the bar or to the racks, different things like that. Vertimax, which is just it's an athletic piece, or it's a piece of equipment that's basically tailored toward the athletes. It's a platform with resistance bands attached that really allow you to monitor and improve the functional movement of every single athlete, and so we really enjoy the use of that, and we continue to use that. Medicine balls, kettlebells, and something that'd be interesting is we would really add or implement different athletic testing software and athletic testing equipment that allows us to go further than just analyzing the athlete's ability to jump, but really learning the functional movement of his jump, learning the form, seeing what we can do to really improve that, and also computer analyzation software. So the whole point of this entire facility would be to maximize the way the athlete actually moves and to really study the athlete and how we can better prepare him for each game, each practice. And so what we would do is we would be able to use things like Echo and different applications that are phone applications that I have, that where you can really look at different movement patterns. Like, for example, an athlete that has a valgus bend in their knee as they're shooting a basketball, you can really start providing preventative exercises to improve their performance, which ultimately will improve the way this athlete moves and could ultimately improve the doctor's ability to improve the health of and wellness of their patient athletes. We would need a physical therapy clinic where we need therapy beds. I would say 2 to 4. We would need bands, which we could almost take from the weight room. Physio balls and Bosu balls, so whenever they're in their rehab, that they can really work on balancing some unilateral movements. Kettlebells to really improve the function and give them an overall range of motion. Analyzation systems, kind of like I said, different softwares that would allow us to study the movement patterns, be able to measure different components of the athlete to really ensure that we are improving them from whatever injury that they have. Privacy curtains, they're standard. Mobility therapy, just doing different things from deep tissue massage, foam rolling. Different equipment that will really enhance their flexibility and mobility. Hot and cold therapy, whether it be heating pads or ice bags, or even you could have different ice buckets, ice bath machines, different things that will allow them to really have the heat to warm them up, cold to really take out the swelling of their inflammation, and then e-stim machines. The way I would want to market this is kind of where is the bread and butter of why I believe this could be a very valuable idea and dream. Doctor referrals. So whenever they see athletes, or see in particular basketball athletes, they really want to see as they're performing, whether it be an ACL surgery, how is it going to improve their athlete patients. And so if we can provide studies to enhance credibility for the doctor, say he gave us 10 referrals to athletes that came and trained with us for 10 sessions, and we showed and documented and put studies out to where their range of motion in their knee, their range of motion whenever they jump, whenever they squat, different movements that really implement the knee pattern, that we could really show just how valuable this doctor is to society. Provide examples of proper mechanical movement related to basketball that goes kind of with the studies, to where we show that the doctors can trust us with their athletes and really enhance their name, that they could become almost a basketball guru. What we could do as we get the facility up is promote and advertise for the doctors, so that as we're doing things outside of their referrals, they're really getting their name out, whether it be camps, and we'll go over this, whether it be clinics. And really the value-based purchasing concept that's coming out, we really want to improve the quality of care, particularly for athletes and basketball patients. So if the doctor is able to provide and prove evidence to different healthcare insurers, healthcare providers, insurance providers, they would be able to see that the value the doctor brings and could ultimately increase his pay and increase his reimbursement. I think a key to this is trainer recruitment. You need to make sure that you have basketball trainers that are able to provide the why of using the facility. You know, they're very knowledgeable. They understand what they're doing. They aren't just certified, but they have all different kinds of credentials behind them. So really, it improves the name of the organization. With that, we provide necessary amenities to maximize the player's performance, whether it be through utilization of physical therapy, whether it be utilization of technology, whether it be utilization of whatever we have at the facility, in order that we are maximizing the potential of the athlete and maximizing the rehab of the athlete. And so that's where we create camps, clinics, and academies for them to associate with, and really provide these trainers the education they need, provide them the clientele they need, but ultimately having an organization that is integrating the medical component into the physical or skills training, in particular to basketball. With that, we have tournaments, camps, clinics. That's where we go with the doctor referrals, or doctor advertising, that we can really blow up their name around the facility. We provide the facility for use of different services, so the more that people will come in, whether it be teams renting it out, which you see in the next thing, or we do a tournament that's sponsored by an organization like MAYB, or we bring camps in, or clinics that really allow for doctors to even come for educational clinics to our athletes. I think a big key to our marketing is we provide on-site physical therapy with access to a physician per event service. So we make sure that we would have on-staff physicians there, or contracted even, whatever it may be, in order that they are really integrating themselves into the basketball community, and then rent out the facility to local camps and tournaments. That's really a great recognition way, or a recognition and name building and brand building type deal, to where we can bring a first class facility to different events and organizations around the community. Team rental, I know this is big when it comes to basketball courts, and especially because there's such a need in the Oklahoma City market, so we can negotiate times and facilities and access to summer basketball teams. I know of a facility that kind of has the concept of the 6 basketball courts, but they go far beyond what we do, and they have up to 40 different teams working in a single week. And so that's kind of something we would look into. Provide special upsell incentives for using a facility. So we would have weight room access. That could be a perk for being a team. Renting out the facility or basketball facility. We could have physical therapy sessions. Say a kid tears his ACL in a game that uses our facility. Well, they have access to, while they're maybe practicing, the kid could be in physical therapy and fill their scripts in that manner. Provide physician contact and physical therapy access when needed. Kind of goes with that, to where you're basically creating this network and relationship between different athletes, different coaches, and the medical professionals that would be integrated into this. Finance from assumptions of what it might cost due to different companies. Particularly in the Wichita Sports Forum, I would believe it to be $7.2 to $8 million. And that would be initial facility purchase plus renovations we would need. Whether we purchase it or maybe even lease it, we would still need renovation costs, which might decrease it, but I still would like to see access and ownership of the building. Recruitment costs of getting good quality people, whether it be, or as you see in the bottom of the payroll, physical therapists, office managers, front desk receptionists, concession stand workers, trainers, gym managers, and the maintenance team. Technology setup costs, there are some things we would use that would need an initial cost of maybe $2,000 to $4,000. So I think that would be big, and what could be separation of us and other facilities is that we provide the technology to really improve, whether it be video taping a game and then selling it to the people with maybe 2 or 3 medical advice or tips that we found. Equipment purchase for the weight room and the PT facility and setup fees. Vending and necessities like toilet paper and cleaning supplies, just kind of the basic. And there's many other needs that we would need, and make sure we would budget high and spend low is kind of our concept. Projections would be about a 70,000 square foot lease. That could be a projected mortgage rate, I guess. The business, it'd be about $42,000 a month to basically own the facility and make our payments. It'd be about $11,000 in monthly costs. I believe we need about $68,500 to $70,000 really in payroll, and then I calculated about $35,000 in other expenses, whether it be contract work, vending, supplies, system monthly fees, and other things of that manner. Some HR benefits that we would look at as we would recruit all these different people that I talked about. Front desk workers, concession workers, PT office manager, physical therapist, assistants, and trainers, and more. Some benefits we would do is definitely healthcare insurance. I would love to use Blue Cross Blue Shield. I've used them all my life, and it's been great. 401k would be through John Hancock. Free use of the facility, tuition reimbursement because we believe in education. Internal promotions because I believe that brings loyalty. And then 3 weeks vacation, sick leave, and then flexible hours for our students. Some possible expansion opportunities real quick as we provide primary care physician set clinic hours, full physical therapy scripts to all members needed, reduced injuries through prevention techniques, which would be the technology, having multiple levels of membership in order to expand medical operations through gym, weight room, and then healthcare provider appointments. Thank you.